Hey everyone, this is Video Game Fan 1999 here, and it is now time for me to do another birthday special here on my channel. And this time, it is going to be for TashaGamer, who is turning 22 years old today. I just did Armand 2017's birthday special yesterday, and I had a great time doing that. So now it is TashaGamer's turn to have one, and we're going to celebrate it by playing some games for her. And yeah, TashaGamer has been a fantastic content creator that I've come to know about for a long time, and she still remains a great person to this very day. So yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and get this birthday special underway, and it should be tons of fun. And we're going to do 5 segments for this birthday special. So, for our first segment, we are going to be starting things off with Sonic Rider Zero Gravity for the Nintendo Wii. So let's jump right into it. And I do know TashaGamer is a big fan of this game herself, and not only that, this is her personal favorite in the Sonic Rider series, so I do think this will be a great game to kick off this particular birthday special. But anyways, let's get into it, and we will see what happens. So anyways, let's go ahead and choose my file. We're going to go game start. Let's go to normal race. We'll just do some free races. Alright, so we're going to start off at the Megalo Station. Of course, play Sonic. And we'll use a different extreme gear in each race, like we always do. So anyways, we're going to start off by using the blue star. And let's go. So Tasha, if you are watching this, I hope you enjoy.
Alright, bring it on!
Alright, let's do it. There's an X-ray truck right off the bat, and we got the back speed up.
Gear change! See ya!
Alright, time to bring out the gravity dive. Alright, there's 10 rings, but I unfortunately have no GP right here to help me through this turn. Alright, there's the grind. Alright, we're not doing too bad out there so far, but anyways, let's see what happens now in lap 2. Let's go hop on the rail. There we go, that's more like it. Alright, final lap. I got the GP gauge up. things off with a win in first place. That is awesome. Alright, anyways, let's move on to another race. And now we're going to head off to Nightside Rush. Alright, so this time let's go ahead and use the fastest.
All right, bring it on.
Alright, here we go. Not a bad start. Dang it, I was too late in trying to do my jump right there. That's okay.
Ready?
Oh, dang it. I didn't really have very much GP with that gravity dive that I just spot out right there. If only I had a little bit more with me, that would have helped me out a whole lot better. Oh well. Alright, there's 10 rings. Alright, on the lap number 2, and there's the grind. Alright, we'll go ahead and hop on this rail.
See ya. Yeah. Woo-hoo.
10 rings. Come on, we really need to try to pick up the pace here. Oh, special move! I'll take that. Take that, suckers! I fall out. I got max speed up. Alright, we're gonna get 20 rings there. It looks like that robot guy's gonna barely get that win. But we did good enough for 3rd place right there, which is not too bad. Alright, on to the next race. And we're now going to head off to the Botanical Kingdom. Okay, let's go ahead and use the light board this time.
All right, bring it on.
Alright, that's a pretty good start. I've got 10 rings there. I got the grind. And we also do get an X-ray trick, which is very fantastic. Now let's go ahead and use the gravity dive right here. Alright, lap 2.
See ya.
Alright, let's go and take this shortcut here by hopping on the rail.
See ya.
Alright, there's 20 rings.
Ready?
Alright, let's go into the final lap. I've got the GP gauge up. This is a pretty close battle for the lead right now between me and Jet. Alright, let's hop on the rail again. Alright, now we get a magnetic barrier. Alright, let's speed our way to the finish line here with this gravity dive. And we got first place! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. Looks like we're gonna win that race by 2 seconds over Jet. So that was pretty good right there for how it turned out. Alright, let's move on to the next race. Alright, this time we're gonna head off to the Snowy Kingdom. And this time, let's go ahead and use the Shinobi skates.
Alright, bring it on!
Alright, let's see what happens here. A bad start. Oh, I got the ghost. Alright, so since we do have that out right now, nobody can see me on the map. Ah, damn, I just missed the item. Alright, let's go hit some snowmen with this gravity dive. Alright, lap 2. Alright, we do get an X-ray trick right there. Ah, man. I just hit that wall right there, which made me slow down a lot. Ah, I missed the item right there. That was ridiculous. Alright, I'm actually going to try getting on this rail over here. Ah, that didn't work out too well. I'm really losing ground right here on my opponents here. We really need to try our best to catch up. Alright, got the all-wall run. I just usually am not very good when it comes to this particular track right here, so I'm not expecting to get a very good finish on this. Alright, final lap. Ah, again I hit that wall. Unbelievable. It'd be great if I could get a special move right here to help me out. No, that's not what I was expecting there. Alright, let's try to have better luck on getting onto this rail. Oh, crap! I didn't realize that I was on the rail and that I accidentally jumped off of it. Oh, man. Yeah, from where that rail is placed right here, it's just a little bit tougher right here to try to get on it right here. But I tried my best. If only I wouldn't have pressed the jump button right as I got on that rail. That shortcut would have really helped me out. Oh, well. So we pretty much have bad luck on this track right here, as we ended up getting last place. This is just why I'm not usually very good at this one. And not only that, I was way off the pace compared to my opponents. There's just nothing much I can do about that. Hopefully we can have better luck in the next race here. Alright, now we're going to head off to Mediatek premises. And for my next extreme gear, let's go ahead and use the GP accumulator.
Alright, bring it on!
Here we go. X-ray trick to start off. I got an air ride. Oh yeah, baby! There's a special move, and we can basically take a shortcut here by bouncing on those springs. That totally helps. Alright, time to bring out a gravity dive here. Alright, now let's head to lap 2. And our X-ray trick. And I just missed that item. But we do have GP gain up now. We'll go ahead and use it after we fly through some rings. I just messed that up. Oh well. Alright, let's bring out the GP gain up now. And we do get 20 rings. God, a robot guy's right behind me here. Alright, there's 20 rings. Alright, we do get a GP gauge up now. Alright, now it's time for the final lap. I got a double S strike trick, which is not too bad. Alright, 20 rings. Alright, there we go. We did much better at flying through those rings there. Alright, 10 rings right there. There we go! This time we will get first place. I will certainly take that. Alright, let's keep going here as we head to the next race. Alright, now let's go ahead and move on to Meotech Sparkworks. And what kind of extreme gear do I want to use this time? Let's see. Yeah, let's go with the Bingo Star. Why not?
All right, bring it on.
Alright, let's see what happens here. That's a very nice star. Alright, 10 rings. And here's some rings that we can fly through, but I just unfortunately missed them. On the bright side, though, we do get an X-ray trick. Uh-oh! We just got hit by that robot there. That wasn't good.
See ya.
I can fly through these rings right here. And somehow I was able to get the 30 GP up there. I got a special move. Ah, dang it. I just went right into that wall. Alright, lap 2. Alright, we do get a ring cap up, so that makes me add 50 additional rings to how much I can hold up to. Oh man! We got hit by another robot there. That hurts. Oh, God. I'm literally hitting that wall all over the place right now. There's an X-ray trick. Oh, this berry made it up there. That was pretty lucky. Alright, fall out. I want to try to see if I can fly through these rings this time. Oh, yes I can! There we go! That's more like it. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to get the 100 rings over there. That is fantastic. Looks like that robot guy's going to come in first place. I've gotten our ring cap up, and we got an additional 100 rings that we can carry at max. And that was unfortunately not a good race right there for us, as we ended up in 7th this time. But at least it's better than last. We just could have done better. Okay. Let's go to the next race now. Alright, time to head off to the aquatic capital. Okay, and this time, let's go ahead and use... Let's use the Omni Tempest. Alright, here we go. That's a great start. I backed that berry already. That's very sweet. Just got the grind. Alright, we do have that air ride ready. Let's bring that out. Alright, let's go down the water slide. This is always a fun part about this track that I really do like. Alright, let's go and use a gravity dive here, and then we'll go ahead and fly through these rings. Very good. Now on to lap 2. Alright, there's the bike. Alright, let's get ready to punch some obstacles. Alright, 20 rings. Another good gravity dive there. Alright, time to go into the final lap. there's 10 rings. Doesn't really matter too much about those, because our ring count is already maxed out. And that's gonna be a win in first place! How about that? Alright, now that race is done, let's go and move on to the next one. Alright, on to the Tempest Waterway. Okay. So, this time, how about we use the Wind Catcher?
Alright, bring it on!
Alright, let's do it. Damn time I jumped too late there. But at least we can fly through these rings over at the start. Alright, there's one of our GP gauge ups there. And we also do get